the foreign ministers of 12 Western nations enter the Departmental Auditorium in Washington, there begins a new epoch in the history of the world. In this city, once a stronghold of isolationism, democracy opens a new era of cooperation. Acknowledging that security is indivisible, 12 nations combine in a united front from the Tropic of Cancer to the North Pole. An attack on one is an attack on all. That is the pledge the Atlantic democracies proclaim. President Truman underlines America's support for this powerful group of nations, united in peace for the prevention of war. By radio, the president's summing up of the Atlantic Pact is carried all over the world.
It is a simple document, but if it had have existed in 1914 and in 1939, supported by the nations who are represented here today, I believe it would have prevented the acts of aggression which led to 2 world wars. In this pact, we hope to create a shield against aggression and the fear of aggression, a bulwark which will permit us to get on with the real business of government and society, the business of achieving a fuller and happier life for all our citizens.
First to sign the pact, which recognizes the common heritage of the Western world, is Paul Henri Spaak, Prime Minister and Foreign Secretary of Belgium. As the ink dries upon his signature, and as the other ministers step up to add their names, the free world breathes a sigh of relief. Realizing reluctantly that the universe is split into 2 massive blocks, the chosen representatives of 330 million people have absorbed the bitter lesson of Munich. To those to whom this pact seems provocative, the answer is that it is directed against no one. It binds together a group of peaceful people determined to defend their common way of life. It is a pact for peace, and only guilty men can see in it a threat of arms. In alphabetical order, the ministers, each one accompanied by his country's ambassador in Washington, add their names. Foreign Minister Stikker signs for the Netherlands. For Norway, Foreign Minister Lange. For Portugal, Jose Caerio de Matta. Signing Great Britain into this group of nations are Ernest Bevin and Sir Oliver Franks. President Truman greets Vice President Alben Barkley to the platform, and together they witness Dean Acheson sign for the United States. So comes into being the Atlantic Pact, a milestone in the history of mankind.